What's good, my peoples? It's another Mag Bam Thursday podcast. Always much respect to the people who take this in. Now, we're gonna get into some things here. As you could see, the Dallas shooting at the ICE facility, as I show you right there. Now, yesterday we talked about it a little bit because while we was doing the video yesterday, Patreon video, the shit was taking place. So we touch on it for a little bit, but with little bit of details. But now we're gonna get into it and show you what they claim happened right here. We're gonna break it down and show you that it is a hoax, another hoax for their agendas. No doubt about it, as they show you. It's two ICE detainees they tell you die. Pay attention to what they're telling you here. That's why I'm going back from where they started it, where they first come out with the breaking news. That's where I'm going. So listen, they tell you it's two detainees die. So you have to understand what the focus of the killer is, supposedly. You want to shoot ICE detainee. At least that's what it shows you right there. We're going to get into it and we're going to talk about it a little bit because it's going to take a lot of turns. You understand what I mean? Let's get into it and I'm going to show you some things. As you can see right there, it is breaking news.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. Welcome back to our breaking news coverage.
And I'm Casey Siegel. Thank you for joining us across Fox Local and our other digital platforms as we continue to monitor this developing situation in Dallas County, a shooting at an ICE detention center.
So that shooter opened fire about 6:30 this morning.
You see, bam, right there on the money, people. Okay, so it's 6:30. This gunman chose to open fire right on the coding, people. 6336s. Like I tell you, they're implementing the system, the mark of the beast system here. And they have to give you these agenda to lead you up to that. They're just not going to flip the switch. Do you understand? They have to make you feel like in your head that it's this right move they're making because of the situations that we face right here. But pay attention and
Rifle
listen.
from the roof of a building near the Immigration and Customs Enforcement location. This is 35 at Empire Central in Dallas. The gunman fired rounds into an...
Hold on here, people. So it's a sniper style shooting. He stay from another building across from the ICE facility and fire upon there, and he end up shooting two detainees. Listen.
Marked ICE vehicle that was transporting detainees.
Two ICE
Immigration and Customs Enforcement location. This is 35 at Empire Central in Dallas.
35, and they mention Empire. Two codings right there. Listen.
Fired rounds into an unmarked ICE vehicle that was transporting detainees.
Okay, so you hear what happened? He was firing at a vehicle that was transporting, these migrants. That's what he fired upon, a vehicle, and hit those detainees. Listen.
Detainees were killed and a third was wounded. The numbers have been quite fluid as this has developed since this morning.
Yes, and that's also according with the 3 people got hit. They tell you 3 people got shot, and they supposedly, one injured, 2 dead, 1 injured, and they tell you also that the shooter, they tell you, is 29 years old, also dead. Listen and pay attention. Watch this.
We can tell you is dead. Officials say he took his own life, and sources have identified the shooter as 29-year-old Joshua Yance. The FBI says the suspect wrote anti-ICE messaging on bullets.
And there you go again, people. There you go. So you have to listen. Nowadays, these psyops that the government give you, you listen? The psyops that the government give you nowadays, all of them with those mass shooting involve people riding things on bullets. Even on the gun. If you notice the last few mass shooting that they give you, all of them supposed to be writing shit on the shell casing of the bullets. Engraving bullets is the name of the game, people. What a bullshit the government bring to us because they thought we stupid. So listen, people. This guy is anti-ICE. That's why he said he anti-ICE on the bullet. That's what they claim on the bullet shell casing. Just in case you don't know, that's what they're gonna tell you on the bullet casing. But hold on. He shoot the detainees. So what kind of anti-ICE end up shooting the peoples that the ICE detain? So you're shooting migrants and not the ICE agents, but you against them. Them who's the one who you against. That's why you put anti-ICE and the bullet shell casing, right? But you end up shooting inmates. This is bullshit. 100% fakery.
They're calling it a targeted attack.
And
But there are still a lot.
Who is getting targeted? Who get targeted? And why would a sniper snipe some people and then shoot himself? You know what a sniper is? That means they're not really on the scene. Okay, so why would that person kill himself after he's supposedly snipe at this vehicle and kill a couple people? Why would he kill himself? He's in a sniper style on another roof way over the other side, but he end up shooting himself. It's a bullshit. What did he use to kill himself? The same sniper gun? Come on, this is crap.
Questions how long the attack was planned, what motivated that suspect, so much to answer. But here's what we can tell you. We do know that law enforcement has arrived at multiple homes connected, they say, possibly to that shooter.
Right quick, people. Right quick, they show up at these homes that connected to the shooter. In the same period of time, people. How did they know these homes that are associated with the shooter? The only home you can know that he associated with is the one on his driver's license at that time. How much address he have on the driver's license for you? This is bullshit. Remember, it's a dead man. What a bullshit for the crowd. How did they know that two places, that two homes that he attached to right away? It's bullshit, people. Made up for TV. Listen.
Yep, we've got a location in North Texas, also one in Oklahoma. One is in Durant, Oklahoma.
Wow.
That's about 20 minutes or
One is in Texas and one is in Oklahoma, people. So I want to know, how did they get that Oklahoma address? It's on his ID? Okay, so say for instance the Oklahoma address is on the ID. Where did they find the Texas address from? It was on him somehow? The dead man? Or somebody identify him right away when the police come there and he find him dead? Somebody recognize him and say, oh, he lived there, I lived there. How did the police get the address, the boat address, to actually go there to search? This is crap for the people here.
North of Denison, and that's where we find Fox 4's Stephen Dial, who is reporting live for us with the latest on the ground in Oklahoma. Hey, Stephen, what are you seeing there?
Why would you dare? What you go there
Casey,
for?
we just got here on the ground to Durant, Oklahoma, and behind me is just one police unit. We don't know how many units actually are down this road, the home that is tied to this.
So where is the home, man? Where is the home? You're showing us a police car there just sitting. You don't have no light flashing or nothing. This is fakery, people. So hold on. Right away, they send somebody from the news company to go stake out right here. A police vehicle sit there with no action at all, people. But they claim that the police is there searching the suspect home. What a bullshit for the masses. You believe this, people? I don't understand how they could come out with these things with no footage, no nothing to show nothing. The only thing they're showing you couldn't convince you of anything that they tell you, I'm just saying. So the police is there investigating? Come on, people, don't be dumb. This is bullshit. Listen.
Investigation is further down that road, but
it's further
came
down that
here
road.
from Fairview, which is outside of McKinney, and at that location we saw someone who was believed to be family members arrive at the home and then go in.
Where is the home, dude? What home? Where is the home? Where is the home you're talking about? Somebody arrive at. Where is the home? Okay, let's see.
And we've shown from Sky 4 for some time that the FBI is on the ground there in Fairview. And here in Durant, we have not seen many law enforcement officials yet, but that does not mean they could be down the road.
People.
We've only been here for about 20
bullshit.
minutes.
Okay, there you go.
And so we know that
a
this
police
home is
coming out of the
tied
vehicle
to
now.
the gunman, but we don't know in what way. We don't know
what kind of investigation they're doing, people. They sit in the vehicle and now they're coming out. Remember, they're telling you they're searching a home. Listen.
Where the gunman came from before that deadly shooting that happened in Dallas earlier this morning.
Come out in a purple
so
shirt.
we don't know if this is just a part of the investigation as far as them searching known addresses, or if the shooter indeed possibly drove from Oklahoma That has yet to be determined. And so right now we are waiting to see if more law enforcement will arrive here. You saw two officers get out of that vehicle right there. That is a county sheriff's vehicle. That's not a federal official. So we're waiting to see if federal officials come. When we were actually in Fairview, Casey and Heather, when we were there were no law enforcement officials there. And then when we left,
they play too much, people. This is bullshit. 100% bullshit. So this guy get the lowdown of where the police gonna go to search, where this guy live, or supposedly be connected to go stand there with a mic said Fox 4. Come on, people. This is stupid shit. 100%. But they're gonna go the extra mile to convince you of this fakery. Bam.
At least 2 immigration detainees have been killed, whilst another has been seriously injured in a shooting at an ICE facility in the American state of Texas.
Listen.
The shooter reportedly opened fire from a nearby rooftop on a bus full of immigrants being driven into the Dallas center.
Okay, so hold on, people. It's a bus full of immigrants that he was shooting at. How could you be anti-ICE shooting at the bus full with immigrants? It's bullshit. 100% made up shit for the public. Now pay attention. Listen to what they're saying here. Listen.
Police say he used a high-powered rifle and then turned the gun on himself after the attack.
And then turned the gun on himself. So yes, he did kill himself with that same rifle, the sniper rifle that he used to shoot those people. He turned it on himself, people. It's hard for someone to kill themselves with a rifle. I'm just letting you know. I'm putting that out there so you can understand. It's not easy for somebody to kill themselves with a rifle. And I said, he wasn't really on the scene. He way over on another side on a roof, shooting at a bus. Why he need to kill himself? It's bullshit, people. 100% made up.
The FBI is investigating the attack as an act of ideologically motivated violence.
Ideological. So they're trying to tell you that, yes, this guy have a motivation. He have some kind of ideology. And that's why he shoot at the bus full with those ICE detainees. They wasn't shooting after no ICE and end up hitting 3 detainees. And you're not going to try to shoot these ICE people. If you hate them, you're trying to shoot them, but you're shooting at the bus load full of, the bus load up with migrants who you really wanted to shoot. This makes no sense, people. Who this person would really target it if he gonna shoot at a bus load of migrants with sprinkle with couple ICE agents, and you were supposed to be sniper and you hit only migrants, and you tell us that the target of this whole thing was ICE agents? Come on, people. Wake your ass up with a bam.
Director Kash Patel posted an image of
and
the
there
bullet.
you go, Kash Patel, another sodomite on the world stage, post this on X. He got it to post it. And look, people, what is that? Bullet shell casing stuck together? What is that, people? What is that they're showing us? Remember, bullet shell casing that fire already. Unless you're just gonna call it a bullet. Okay, so a shell casing is when after the fucking shot fire and you get the casing right there that come out of the gun. That's what left back. And that's what they claim to tell you. The bullet was engraved, the shell casing was engraved with anti-ice right there. Where did they get this from? This never fired yet. These are not fired shot, people. These are just bullets. These are not shell casing. These are bullets. Nobody call it shell casing until the fucking bullet fire. When the bullet fire out of it, that's why it becomes shell casing. Okay, it's no longer a bullet, it's just a shell. Okay, so they tell you the bullet is engraved on the shell casing, meaning that they found it after the shot fire. That's what they mean when they talk like that. But now they're gonna show you unfired bullet with the fucking writing on it. You see that right there, people? These piss me off, man. That they're really trying to sell it to the damn public as real. How did they get off trying to sell these fake shit to the people? Where did you get these unfired bullet from? The one that he ride on, he didn't fire it, right? But he still fired these bullets to hit these people. Hit 3 and kill 2 and also have a bullet for himself. Where did you find the shell casing? These are not shell casing, these are bullets. Where did you find the shell casing that write anti-ice? This is made up bullshit, people. We got them with a bam.
Casings on X, which had anti-ice written on one of the
Why
shell
would you
casings.
post that? Why
See
would
it
you
there,
post
second to
that?
the right.
That's evidence in the case. Why would they post that, people? Why would he post that? Because it's fakery. Fakery for social media and for TV.
According to the New York Post this morning, the shooter was 29-year-old
There he is.
Joshua Jan.
And there you go. They find picture with him fishing. And he's 29 years old, people. The 2 is 11. 1-1. Go and check it in numerology. I never miss. That's a 9-11 flip right there. For any destruction they give you, that number is there sitting waiting. So there you go. That's a 9-11 coding for his age right there with the 2-9. Listen.
A registered independent. But Vice President J.D.
Listen.
Vance has condemned the attack and called out
You
Democrats
condemn it.
over their statements around immigration, which he says leads to increased political violence.
So you see? Listen.
When Democrats like Gavin Newsom did.
And listen to when this fucking idiot talk, people. And if you sit there one time and take these people for nothing else but some dummies, you are the one that's dumb. This J.D. Vance right here, people. Now listen. His 2 supposedly detainee die. Only the detainees got shot. Okay, so it's a backward agenda, right? I said this detainee. Those are the ones that got shot. And the shooter. No ICE agent get shot. No ICE agent was in danger. Now listen to what this fagabat say right here with the red and blue on. The tie is red. And the suit is blue. Red and blue for your purple. The division scheme they pull off. And the message, no, I have no idea. Listen.
Say that these people are part of an authoritarian government. When the left-wing media lies about
So you
what
see?
they're doing, when they lie about who they're arresting, when they lie about the actual job of law enforcement, what they're doing is encouraging crazy people to go and commit violence.
Okay, so there you go. They basically pushing crazy people to go commit violence, but they're talking about left wing. That's all they talk about, wings. Who on this side and who is on the other side? Because politics is the biggest division you ever see right here. It divides up the people in sections and they have no idea what's going on because they are for a Pacific side and they can't see that side that they're on. They're there looking at the next side and the next side doing the same thing. They don't understand the trickery that come with politics and these fake politicians. Listen.
You don't have to agree with my immigration policies. You don't have to agree with Donald Trump's immigration policies. But if your political rhetoric encourages violence against our law
There you
enforcement,
go. And there you go, people. It's violence against law enforcement. But hold on. It's only detainee got shot. No ICE agent got hurt in the situation. The shooter and those detainees is the only one that got hurt and died. I don't understand what this fucker come talking about. I guess no matter how it goes, you still can come preach about people trying to kill these ICE agents because of what the supposedly other parties putting out. So now it's anti-ICE. That's why they show you the bullet, people, the fake that they did to show it to the American public and say, look, it's an anti-ICE, people do it. Fire these shots, but they didn't kill no ICE agents. They actually kill the people that they far. Bullshit
go
again.
straight to hell.
Meanwhile,
Go
Texas
straight to
Senator
hell.
Ted Cruz has called on politicians to tone down their rhetoric.
Listen,
To every politician
again.
who is using rhetoric, demonizing ICE and
So you see,
demonizing
people, you see that right there? They claim that the other side is demonizing ICE. And once you do that, you're going to call for these people to take action like a shooter. But the shooter didn't shoot no ICE. They shoot the supposedly migrants that they detained. Why they do this, people? Because they take us for dummies. As you could see, this sodomite they call Ted Cruz on the world stage. They play too much. And they call these states Democrats and Republican states. And then you're going to find the problem. basically in these Democrat states, that's where Donald Trump gonna supposedly deploy the martial laws and everything. Do you understand? This is how they do it, because it's all politics they're using on the masses. Never get it. Their brain becomes superior in this earth. They don't understand the game that the government people working on them. All of them is on the same side against you, but you will never see it if you're dumb and following one side.
CBP, stop. To every politician demanding that ICE agents be doxxed and calling for people to go after their families, stop.
They're calling for people to go after ICE family. This is bullshit, people. So now they're playing the victims. The wicked people want to play the victims. And that's how they've been doing it the whole time here in hell. You mistake the fucking wicked people for the ones that are under pressure and under, some kind of, system that holding them down and fighting them. It's always the victim is the real danger. Do you understand? They play victim because they control everything, even the narrative that the people grab and run. Listen.
This has very real consequences. Look, in America, we disagree. That's fine. That's the democratic process.
Yeah, democratic
but your political
process.
opponents are not Nazis.
Wow. Your political opponent are not Nazis. Wow. There you go, people. Like I tell you, they're setting up the world right here. Big division scheme they put on when the people kind of can't see eye to eye, and these governments sit there on the sideline watching you fight. There go your destruction in a nutshell. Move.
Going back to some more of this messaging that we're getting from Secretary of Homeland.
So tell me right here, people, they find this rocker bullet right here, this rock, with these 5 bullets on it, right? And that's where they get these anti-ICE sign messaging, right, people? Come on. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. What did this guy use to write that anti-ICE on the bullet casing? Now, they always be talking about engraving, like they find that they have some kind of machine where they engraved in the bullet, and then they show you this right here. Now, I already told you about the ICE and the coding behind that. Some kind of, Asian gods that they used to have running this place right here, they call hell. They are part of the destruction of human beings, and they like to use those coding, just like they give you with the ISIS. They wear masks on the face and commit these wicked terrorist acts that they show you on TV a lot of times. ISIS cutting off people's head with nothing but green screen. They show you that and act like it's real. But it's a mask that you need to pay attention to. It's the same thing the ICE agents wear, like the ISIS. No lie. They even have a supposed court to decide, because they want them to take the mask off, but the mask will stay on because they represent the same ISIS. You don't understand, but it's the same damn ISIS, the same trickery they're playing on the human beings here. So yes, those people gonna have on masks. You can't see them even though they're supposed to be part of the law enforcement. They're dressed up like terrorists, and then they can run up in your home. Pay attention to this as they show you those fake supposedly bullet shell casing they say they found, where the killer write these things on it to make an agenda for the public. Take a look.
Security, Kristi Noem, who has been at the forefront when it comes to talking about this whole investigation. We have been showcasing this for the past several hours, in which in part she says that for months we've been warning politicians and the media to tone down their rhetoric about ICE law enforcement.
Okay, so they're actually telling you why that shouldn't happen, because they need to tone down their rhetoric against ICE and these agents that doing these work, because the other party keep running them out about what these ICE agents doing wrong. It makes people turn against them, and that's what caused that shooting in Dallas. But they never shoot no ICE agent, they shoot detainees. That's the part that keep puzzling the whole thing, people. Why they keep going to that route that person want to kill ICE. I got it. It's because it said anti-ICE or anti-ICE and the damn bullet shell casing, right? That alone make you take off the fact that it's It's not ICE agent got killed. His detainees got killed. His detainee got shot. No ICE agent was armed in this newscast that they give you. How it becomes that it's the ICE agent is the target. How? Because we dumb and you can flip anything around and make it an agenda? Come on, people, this makes no sense at all. So yes, because of those people need to tone down their rhetoric, because we're gonna have shooting at the ICE facilities. They show you all kind of shit with people get attacked, people attacking ICE agents and all. And as you hear them talk about, even target their family. What a bullshit on the world stage. Listen.
Killed. These horrendous killings must serve as a wake-up call to the far left that the rhetoric about ICE has consequences.
So the killing gonna wake them up about the rhetoric on ICE? And it's not ICE get shot? Listen.
And we know that just yesterday as well, the secretary did appear on Fox News to talk about this entire investigation.
Look,
I want to play out some of the comments.
And of course, people, they on X again. The Christy Knowles is on X. You see, people, that's what they use. I told you. Propaganda network. And is it funny how it's all politicians on it? No regular people going on no damn X. Are you stupid? Wow, it's a porno network. Is it Twitter, the same Twitter? The Twitter is a porno network. It used to push porn than any damn thing. Okay, so the politicians is using it to send messages. Just go ahead and throw on the other two X and make it triple X, because that's what it is. And by the way, the X right there, number 6 coding. And if you notice how they do it right there, one of the stroke come down, have 2. It's a line of 2. And then the next one go to it is a 1. So it's in number 3 with the strokes right there. You see it? You don't get it. And then the X is in number 6. So you have the 3 6s with 1 sign right there. But only the people who know these things can identify it. They think everybody is dumb. So that's why we have the better truth. Listen.
Next.
Security
Secretary Christy
By the way, it's not a coincidence why it sounds like a man. That person with the lean neck, it is a man. As a matter of fact, both of them, the Christy Knowles is another made-up man. Okay, so you see that right there, right? They're the one who gonna pass off the fakery and let you buy it. Just because it is a man in a drag. You sleep on it. But it's there to spread the damn fakery. Do you understand? Because it's also a faker. Listen and watch.
Madam Secretary, it's great to have you on the
Listen to the voice, people. I'm done. Listen to the voice of these people. It's just like that Erica, the Erica character that playing the wife of the Charlie Kirk. You hear the voice? It's a man. It's a damn man. A polished down man. A buffed down man. A smooth out man on screen like bam. Both of them is. This right there is the one where they use to disguise and fool everybody, because the face is all polished down and rubbed down, dead man makeup style and all. But this one, you mistake it for a woman, you never should. That one is big and bold, a man with just a wig on. Got the earrings and all, and them other little features that they use to make man look like woman. The wig alone, that one have on. And of course, it got on the cross on the chest and everything. Yes, this is a transgender right there. Both of them.
The suspect in this ICE facility shooting was identified as 29-year-old Joshua John.
Of course, it's
we know
Joshua
the investigation
John,
is ongoing, but what can you tell us tonight about him?
Well, we can tell you that he was on an elevated rooftop, that he shot into a building.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna come tell us. The same fucking shit the news been telling us. Why you need to come on right now? You come to tell us more about the shooting. Oh yeah, he was on a rooftop shooting, yeah. That was the whole storyline. That's what you come to wake us up on again? That's the new details in the case? What a fucking joke.
Area that he was targeting ICE based on what we've seen as far as evidence so far in this case.
See, people, they got enough evidence to know that the person was targeting ICE. He just missed. He was targeting ICE, people. He just missed and shoot those 3 detainees. 2 dead. Okay. And what is all of these vehicles, even SWAT vehicles showing up for one man that shoot him fucking self already? Why you need to bring out all these law enforcement or even SWATs? Why? It's made up, people. The whole scene.
We have to do all that we can to make sure this never happens again. So, unfortunately, we see this kind of violence out on our streets every day. We see people that have been targeting our law enforcement officers across the country, not just in their rhetoric, but also in their actions out on the streets. And some of them appear to be acting independently. We don't know that for certain with this individual.
Some of them acting independently. Doing what? What, attacking police and ICE agent? This is bullshit. Why you think his name is Joshua John? Because you're dumb or what? It's a fake name, people. It's a fake name. A 100% fake name. They're using on the masses. Just like your Charlie Kirk. Joshua John, what a joke.
So we have to let the FBI finish the case, and we'll still continue to work with them to make sure that we do due diligence. But we also know that every day our law enforcement officers out on the street are facing terrorist organizations, cartel members. They're facing cartel very dangerous individuals and networks.
They're facing terrorists. They're facing cartel members. They're facing anti-ICE. They're facing all of these shits. But it's the end of the day, it's the people dying and not them. They're the one who they target and everything with rhetoric, but they never die. It's the regular people get killed at the end of the day. Why you targeting these law enforcement? Is the regular people dying? What sense does that make, people? They're full of shit. But I guess they can come and carve anything in your brain right there and you believe.
That are sophisticated, that use technology. And what we're going to do in response, Laura, is that we're going to hire more ICE officers. We're going to go out and hire more law enforcement officers. We're not going to stand for this in the United States.
They're going to hire more ICE agents. That's the solution. They're going to hire more ICE agents. They're going to go out there and hire more. I guess with this rhetoric out and this marksman and their head now, people want to kill them. I guess now you will get more people. You can recruit more people to be ICE agents. Dumb the fuck out.
Incredibly proud of our president, who is furious over the fact that we every day are seeing victims of crime, victims of this kind of a terrorist attack on a facility where people were working, showing up for their jobs, and all they wanted to do was to be able to do that safely and go home to their families at night.
But they did never die. This inmate died, not them. I don't understand what's this right here. You're even coming trying to pull on the people's heartstring about these ICE agents in danger, but they'll never be the one that got shot. The inmate got killed by this guy, but the only thing to show that they were shooting after ICE agents is because the shell casing said anti-ICE or ant-ICE. So there you go. Don't matter who gets shot, take that off your mind. Don't worry about who actually get the bullet, who actually die, who actually laid up. Don't worry about that. They was targeting ICE. They just miss. Wow.
Still trying to learn more about the suspect and what his possible motives could have been. Jason Wheeler shows us how the sniper positioned himself.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, here's what we've pieced together so far on this shooting. I want to start you out on this wide view. This is downtown Dallas right over here. We're going to begin here at Dallas Love Field because I think a lot of people know where that is. And that is a reference point here. About 1.6 miles to the southwest of Dallas Love Field is this Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention facility where the shooting took place. I want to bring your attention to this law office building.
Look, people, hold on. So take a look at this right here. The ICE facility is right there. You see the big building? Now go all the way over here. And that's the spot where they supposedly shooting from, which is a law building. Pay attention to this and look.
Directly behind that ICE facility there. This is where investigators believe those shots were fired from, with those victims being hit here in this area. As you can see here, this would have provided a shooter a perfect vantage point to be able to...
Perfect vantage point because what? Because the TV said so. Remember, they're fixing you up to believe whatever the story they tell you. So, of course, the vantage point is perfect. Listen.
Detainees either coming or going from the backside of this facility.
So why shoot the detainee?
Let's bring in this here and give you this sort of direct line of sight. As you can see here, those shots would be fired. Totally unobstructed view here, all parking lot, and able to see.
I'm going to ask you a question, people, real fast as they identifying or showing you, explaining to you how the killer end up shooting these people. But hold on. So he stake out over there on a roof, unseen, and he wait for the buses to bring in the migrants to fire shots. He could have shoot one of those ICE agents. I'm pretty sure they're moving around in and out the damn building. Why wait on a bus to start shooting with a sniper rifle? It's bullshit, people. Who was you sniping? Remember, once you mention sniper, it's individuals now. The sniper gonna shoot. This is no sniper, he's just firing random shots at people, right? But when you mention a sniper scope you up, pull you up, and bam! Where is the mistake, people? Where is the mistake? A sniper shoot 3 people, and he never wanted to shoot none of those. He wanted to target ICE agents, but he missed and hit detainees, people, with a sniper rifle. A sniper. He is a sniper, as they call him. I guess one of the sniper would take out one kind of sniper like what take out the Charlie Kirk. Bam! One shot to the neck and it's over. So this guy that you call a sniper, he sniped 3 people and his meme. The 3 people that he sniped was a mistake. The ICE agents got on uniform, they got on mask, they have on helmet, they have weapons. You can't mistake no fucking detainee for ICE agents. So how you gonna come out in this newscast and tell the people that the target was ICE agents? The sniper just missed 3 times. I guess that's why he just put a bullet in his head. Because he fuck up 3 times. He fire a shot out of a scope. He have a scope, he have a rifle, a sniper gun, and he still miss. I guess the only person that he really wanted to kill was himself. What a bullshit for the public here. Tell me, people, is that ICE agents, these ICE agents moving around that building, and he wait for a bus to pull up with detainee to shoot after he stake out there with a sniper gun. Bullshit for the people.
Exactly what's going on here at the back of this building. It is a good distance away, though. We're estimating about 500 feet according to the map measurements here. But obviously, those bullets made it to the area where they were intended to go.
The bullet made it to the area where it was intended to go. Was it also intended to hit those inmates? Those detainees, as they call them? That was his target, and if it is, why mention people rhetoric against ICE that caused this shooting? Why show us a bullet that said anti-ICE? What does that mean? Wow, unbelievable.
Something
people.
That is really hard to prevent here in Texas, especially because you see how many immigration facilities there are.
Yes,
this
so
is put together by TRAC, which was a database that was started by Syracuse University many years ago, looking at the different ICE operations across the country. And you can see that Texas has a significant number of them. And this doesn't even count the real biggie out here in Fort Bliss and El Paso.
Remember, Texas is a main, supposedly, border right there. Mexico and U.S. border. Yes, it's right there in Texas. Arizona, California, that's where it runs. Okay, so of course, main target gonna be Texas. You're gonna be a major in this drama right here because they tell you that's where most of the illegal migrants is at. Listen.
Which would be a much wider circle eventually. That one is anticipated someday to be the largest in the country, able to hold 5,000 detainees. Want to just talk about this too.
And after that, what they're going to do with those cells, a lot of people sleep. They notice that they're building a lot of these institutions and they convince the people that, hey, look, it's just to hold the migrants. It's just to hold these illegals. Listen to me. Later on, nobody want to come to America. Nobody. You understand that? Later on, nobody gonna want to come here. Not even the poorest set of people. That's where they bring in America right now as we speak. To that area. So later you're gonna be crying for people to come to America. Nobody gonna come here. Not even those people that you claim migrants, they're not gonna come to America. What is those cell blocks gonna use for? What is those jail, those facilities? You're gonna end up hold you. Because the pressure gonna be on enough for you to be in a certain situation like homeless. Now, a lot of people won't believe me today, but they will later when they see it coming closer or when it hit them in the face. They will understand what I'm saying. The pressure is on the Americans right now. It's sort of like you're carrying a piece of wall on your back right now. You feel it? Everything is getting more harder and the pressure is on. It's all by design. So the pressure is there to break you. When you crack or break, you might end up all the way to the ground. Homeless style. And remember, America is making it illegal to be homeless. Meaning you can walk around, it's free for you to be on the road. It's no problem. You can walk, you can do whatever you want. But if you ever stop like you want to take a rest like a homeless person would, that's it. So those facilities that they tell you is to house these migrants, there will be no damn migrants later on. Just you as citizens in America, and you is one who gonna be held in those facilities. You best understand that, because you're gonna be able to commit crime easier now. With the social crediting and everything, with them judging you what you're saying and social media and bring charges to you and all. The era that gonna come where you can't do nothing without them seeing you, that mean crime gonna be over with. There gonna be no more crime, and you notice it, they're clipping down on that as far as people doing things illegally. That gonna be gone. As soon as you do it, bam, they show up and pick your ass up. We talk about these speed traps that they claim they set up now with sensors and cameras. They're bringing it to a state near you. If you speed, the speeding ticket just show up in the mail. There will be no police there watching you, but sensor pick you up on camera and know that you go 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. So now there you go. They can send you the fine in the mail. You understand that kind of surveillance that they're gonna have on you? Okay, everybody gonna be criminals. Everybody. You understand what I mean? Okay, everybody gonna be criminals because of the things they're gonna put in place and say, look, you can't do that as you're a criminal. Look, you can't violate that as you're a criminal. You can't do certain things now gonna make you criminal. And now that you're a criminal and you don't have real cash in your pocket and these things, and you have to have a special ID to travel and all, they got you right where they want you. And that's how they set up hell. Nobody here is gonna be free of any one of these things that the government people put on the table. It's the beast system. You live here, you live in it. It's simple as that. And that's what they basically unleashing here with all these fake happenings. Remember, they have to give you enough events to push you in a corner where you're back against the wall and you only can depend on the government to survive or get through those type of things. And then bam, here comes your destruction with the world government got you right in the palm of their hands. So be careful, people, and stop believing in these fakery. Another mag. I'm gone.